I begin, my lords, a song of knighthood, tribute to the flower of chivalry. A song of prowess in the ancient art of tournament, when each brave knight bore on his breast the emblem of his fief, to be the champion of his territory's pride. Once, long ago, throughout the realm of England, the heralds made their cry, "Knights, prepare! Gird on your armor for the challenge of the joust. Uphold the honor of your shires. Take up the quest of excellence." In answer to the summons, 12 noble shires raised their standards high, and through the seasons ventured on their quest, seeking glory in the trials of battle. The first great joust drummed on a wooded moorland before the dawn of spring.
Baptism. Good Friday, Alton Park. The first time rubber bites tarmac. Each driver, each county team apprehensive, sensing the newness. The winch on the nerves winds tighter. A rolling start. "12 shining steeds strain at the bit, ready for the surge into speed. Then the nerves snap. On the first lap, Kent and Norfolk collide. Alton is a baptism of fire. On the finish line, the championship takes shape as the first scores are marked up. Berkshire earns the 12 points of victory and the bonus point for fastest lap. Suffolk takes second, Gloucestershire third, then Hertfordshire, Nottingham, Lancashire. The vortex of rivalry begins to swirl. From Alton Park, south to Kent and Brands Hatch. Easter Day. England wakes to a new season as though the tournament has forced the spring. After Alton, each county has a target: to hold the high ground or lay siege from below. In the race, luck picks the losers. Berkshire drops out with a blown engine. Avon sets the pace, breaks loose from the pack. Sussex, Suffolk and Wiltshire stay close, but Avon resists the challenge. London is flagged in, fuel spewing from the tank. Kent follows, mistaking the signals. losing the chance of a win on home ground. Victory at Brands is the first milestone on Avon's hard road through the championship. A path of struggle that becomes a personal quest for Wyn Percy. Second for Sussex, Derek Bell.
I just couldn't go any quicker, really, without sort of falling off.
The caliber of his racing style becomes a hallmark of their performance through the series. Third, Suffolk, gaining the championship lead. And fifth, Hertfordshire, rising to second place in the championship. The driver, Tiffany Dell.
I thought we were all supposed to take it easy with these beautiful BMWs, but the first couple of corners don't go fast below foot. Oh, I see. Well, this is better than doing Formula One, almost.
Lancashire sixth, and Nottingham seventh. Sittner, disappointed, waits for his luck to turn.
The problem today has been in practice and in the race, the exhaust fell off. When that happens, the engine loses power. So for tomorrow, new exhaust.
Tomorrow, the third race of Easter, at Silverstone, in the heart of England. In the dry cold before dusk, Kent and Nottingham jab and parry at over 120 miles an hour, chased by Suffolk, Wiltshire, Sussex, slipstreaming down the long straight, then diving in and out to snatch the line round Woodcote. Nick Whiting for Kent, Frank Sittner for Nottingham.
Nick Whiting, the car seemed to be quicker in a straight line than mine. His brakes weren't as good, which is what made it so interesting. On the straights, he could overtake me. Going into the corners, I could overtake him.
Frank Sittner got the jump on me a little bit. We kept swapping places, but where we kept changing, coming into Woodcote, the racing line is the outside line.
Eventually, coming down the main straight, he was obviously trying to move over to stop me going by on the outside, so I didn't try to overtake him. I just stayed there so he couldn't turn in quickly. That's when he lost it.
I got a little bit too tight on the inside, coming out there about the seventh time, and went a bit too wide and got on the grass and lost a couple of places there.
Nottingham wins. Kent trails back in fifth, behind Sussex and Derek Bell.
I think the brakes must be worn out after 10 or 12 laps like that. Absolutely fantastic.
In second place, Suffolk round off the most consistent performance of the Easter weekend and retain overall leadership. But Wiltshire and Nottingham rise to equal second, ready to usurp the crown.
And so they travelled on through forests dark, where demons lived and dragons hissed rebuke. But rich in zeal for battles yet to come, the knights spurred on their steeds towards the gleam of triumph in the sky. Soon the fenlands echoed to the clash of steel, the pound of hooves.
Whitsun weather. Practice at Snetterton. The spirit of championship breeds intense rivalry. Each driver a potential winner, testing his skills against his adversaries. The difference between victory and defeat can be the blink of an eye, the snap of a nerve. To improve their chances in the race, each driver hunts the fastest time in practice, aiming to head the grid. With cars matched to a split second, losing that front position can lose a race. A fight through the traffic is heavy weather, even without the rain. So practice is crucial. Cars tail each other. Drivers assess the opposition. And when a car surges for a faster lap, the others follow suit. In the rain, it's a country dance. The rivalries that spark in practice spurt flame in the race. Ancient rivalries of local pride, the personal challenge of night against night. On his first drive, Brundle fights for Norfolk's honour on home territory, balking the Sussex attack and clawing at Nottingham's lead. Lap after lap, the gauntlet's thrown down in defiance. But Sytner holds tight, forcing his car round the track at the limits of nerve and control. On the last lap, Sussex ploughs out of the race. Nottingham powers home ahead of Norfolk. Gloucester takes third, Avon fourth. In the championship, Nottingham seizes the lead as Suffolk drops to third behind Wiltshire. Sussex stay fourth, Hertfordshire fifth. And licking their wounds, Norfolk at ninth, out for revenge.
Obviously, it's supposed to be my intention to welcome you to Castle Combe on a lovely sunny afternoon, but we can't very well do that.
Right, lads, just a quick word about general safety. As far as signals are concerned, communications, like for an injured driver, if you one of the two signals, cross your arms in the air or wave a white handkerchief. Soil will do.
You never forget a place, and it, as you can see, Castle Combe hasn't changed since about 1910.
For Nottingham, a new driver, Tony Dron.
I thought I'd kept my dreadful deeds in Nottinghamshire quiet, but Frank Sytner's found me out. Snuck me in the car for the first time.
The car represents the county. Any one driver can start in only 6 of the championship rounds. So each race brings new names, new rivalries. Bullman for Berkshire, Freeman for Gloucester. But for Sussex, the familiar style of Derek Bell. For Hertfordshire, the energy of Tiffany Dell.
They're coming down. This is when the nerves begin to tingle. It's Mike Freeman there, number 11, and it's Tony Dron.
Drivers fear the wet. The risk of treachery as tyres fight for grip. Reflexes taut as bowstrings, tense for the possible spin.
If it's 8 there, that's Derek Bell. That's in third spot. It could well be. It looks like we got the lead at the moment. It looks like
Make one false move, one rash decision, and the race is lost. Take a line, hold the line, concentrate. Within 2 laps, Nottingham and Sussex take the lead. From pole position, Gloucester drops to 5th behind Berkshire and Hertfordshire. Avon follows in 6th, Suffolk 7th, Wiltshire 8th. Bell drives to the edge of adhesion, welding rubber to the track. At the end of the race, the tread has been seared from the tyres.
Fine, nice leading. And then this old bloke, Derek Bell, comes charging up and catches up with me.
Bell snatches the lead from Nottingham, then takes a corner wide, and Dron forces through.
He got too exuberant at this last corner on the circuit here, and all but lost it, hurling it in, you know. Thought he'd got it made, well he had. It just gave me the break I needed to get back in front.
The Knights of Nottingham triumph once again. instincts of combat move faster than thought. In the turmoil of noise and vibration, the body feels the car. Raw perception penetrates the blind machine. Ears pricked, eyes piercing, fingertips keen to every tremor of information, every pulse of meaning. In the fires of Pentecost, knight and charger fuse in conflict. Power and aggression, metal and nerve, the artistry of battle. Brundle, the Avenger, holds the lead for Norfolk. Sussex second, Berkshire third, Nottingham fourth, Sytner in trouble. Then Gloucester, Avon, Hertfordshire, Suffolk, London, Wiltshire, Kent, the battle for midfield. The blades whirl. Every lance is driven home, and the armor of skill buckles under pressure. On Sytner's home ground, Brundle carves revenge for Norfolk. But even in defeat, the iron fist of Nottingham stays clenched on the championship lead. Sussex holds firm in second place. Hertfordshire third, Suffolk fourth. Wiltshire and Avon equal fifth. Gloucester seventh, Norfolk eighth. Berkshire ninth, followed by London, Kent and Lancashire.
Their shields bore the savage scars of war, and more would take before the fight was done. From their helms, the rays of valiance shone and mingled with the beams of brilliant light as summer woke the flowers and gave each bird a song. From Danelaw shires to northern hills they rode, as festivals of colour called them on to celebrate their quest and joust again. Each morning brought a noble chance of triumph, and 'neath the gleam of armour the blood of warriors rose. Yet some saw danger in the flash of arms.
Each car is groomed to racing pitch, every detail checked. Professional warriors, efficient machines. The return to bloody Oldham. A bright day. A fierce joust. Norfolk and Gloucester shunt each other off the track. Percy leads for Avon. Lap 4. Nottingham and Hertfordshire take Avon, and Sussex claws ahead of London. Lap 6. London out. Sussex falls back as Suffolk, Wiltshire and Kent move in. Then Nottingham stabs forward and wins the lead. Lap 10, Avon fights back and runs Hertfordshire to ground. For Nottingham, another win, thanks to the icy confidence of Tony Drum.
I had a bit of racing with Tiffany Dell. He was braking later than I would care to brake, but as for the rest, they handed it to me, really.
But for the other drivers, this was sport, as battle. In the thick of it, Jeff Allen for London.
Offside front tyre blew, and the car never turned into the corner and went head on into the barrier at about 90 to 100 mile an hour. So the car is in a pretty sad state. That was the end of the race for me.
The jinx of Oulton. Each damaged car means hours of work for a team of engineers. 6 cars need major surgery. 2 are almost write-offs. And the next race is only days away. Midnight oil. At the witching hour, wizards conjure life out of wreckage. Two races at Mallory, the first in driving rain. Every car aquaplanes. Tyres glide on spray. Yet on his first time out for Nottingham, Rupert Keegan makes one of the great drives of the championship. From a back position on the grid, he slices through the rain to win the lead from Sussex.
Everyone seemed to be braking very early, and I just seemed to take advantage of them when they broke early, so I was lucky. The track was so wet that we were hitting puddles in aquaplaning, down the straight even, and then all of a sudden you'd lose your drive, there would be no feeling in the car.
After victory in the rain, Nottingham hold the tournament lead. But the second race at Mallory is a trial of strength. A super round of 25 laps worth double points in the championship. A race of endurance. engines fight to keep timing in a frenzy of stress. Gears scream through the changes at over 6,000 revs. Through 25 laps, the cogs shift and mesh over 1,000 times. In the crucibles of energy, furnaces rage. Fuel jets into the chambers 100 times a second. A spark ignites the vapor in a blast of power. Pistons hammer. Valves breathe fire. Exhaust gases spin in the afterburn of battle. Brakes take the onslaught of speed and deceleration. Discs run hot with friction under the siege of forces. The machineries of excellence drive. Avon and Wiltshire skirmish for the lead. On the hairpin, Wiltshire is pushed out to be snared in the pack. Berkshire, Gloucester and Norfolk chase hard, but Avon rides clear. Hertfordshire drops out with a damaged engine. Nottingham stays locked in the traffic, 8 places down. Sussex pulls in, electrics gone haywire. The chance of attacking Nottingham's lead in the championship slips away. Win Percy's quest is complete. On his last drive, Avon find triumph. With double points, they rise to second place in the championship as Nottingham hold the lead. Sussex drop to third and can never fight back.
Then southwards through the golden valleys rode to meet their harvest at each other's hand. This the fulfillment of their quest, for all was well achieved, all nobly done. And at the gate of autumn where the reaper stands, they found true knighthood in the final joust. For in the mysteries of time, a power surged, and as they charged to clash the lance and shield, the glories of knights past and future merged.
Your hay it is mowed and your corn is reaped, your barns will be full and your hovels heaped. Come, boys, come, come, boys, come, and merrily roar out our harvest home, and merrily roar out our harvest home. Harvest home, harvest home, and merrily roar out our harvest home, and merrily roar out our harvest home. We'll toss off our ale till we cannot stand, and hey for the honour of old England, old England, old England, and hey for the honour of old England, and hey for the honour of old England, old England, old England, and hey for the honour of old England, and hey for the honour of old England.
Thruxton, the final round. For the 7 counties behind the tournament leaders, it's a crucial race. Wiltshire, Gloucestershire, Suffolk, Berkshire, Norfolk, Hertfordshire and Kent, all out to achieve high final placings. Hawk flies free. From the start, Bell drives clear for Sussex, hunting triumph. His skill, determination and experience keep him ahead of the pack to the finish line. Avon drops out with a damaged gearbox. In midfield, a bitter struggle for positions. the third lap, 6 cars run full tilt at the chicane. In the melee, Norfolk, London and Suffolk are shunted out. For Nottingham, Keegan rides clear, but holds back, playing safe. In the battle for second, Williams drives hard for Gloucester, tailing Hertfordshire like a hound on a fox. Relentless, waiting for the moment to force Needell's hand. Sussex takes the checkered flag and the fastest lap. Gloucester charges home, second, ahead of Wiltshire. Hertfordshire makes fourth.
Most fun I've had in the 5 races. That was a constant race for the whole time, and I didn't end up pranging it. I eventually got tapped round, unfortunately, by Barry, by Wizzo, but I've been holding him up quite a bit. Well, I was much quicker through the fast corners, and he was quicker through the chicane and the complex. So I probably got my just desserts.
Kent take 5th, Lancashire 6th, Berkshire 7th, and Nottingham 8th.
Mad. That's what I would say. They were mad. Good fun. I spun a couple of times, so I lost the side of the leaders.
The championship has been a quest. A quest for excellence in motorsport. The rivalry between counties has fostered a unique spirit of competition that's encouraged drivers to give their all. Skill, endurance and nerve, forced to the limit, in races charged with excitement. Now, at the tournament's end, one county stands supreme, Nottinghamshire, champions of the quest.
Time will not forget their deeds of prowess in fearsome jousts and battles bravely fought. And through the pains and trials of valiant combat, they proved that honor lay in honest sport. For contest is the spirit's path to glory, the quest of excellence in every joust of life.
Okay. Good morning. On behalf of the